Hello guys, so we are live on YouTube now. Today we are talking about life and dads. Hello Yasmin, good morning.
Hello, good morning, guys.
Yeah, so I put the questions again. Leonardo are coming too. So I will put the questions again, like I said before. And hello Leonardo, good morning.
Good morning, good morning.
Good morning. It's your first time here or first time with me?
Yes, this is my first time with you.
Okay, so I'm glad to be here with you. And today we are talking about life and death. Okay, and I put the questions again here. And just talk about for the YouTube, we are live on YouTube now. And it's not a class, I'm not a teacher. It's just a conversation to practice the communication, the language, okay, guys? So we are here to learn together, okay? So where start? Yasmin, can you introduce yourself, please?
Okay, my name is Yasmin. I'm 26 years old. I'm a pharmacist. I'm from Fortaleza, Ceará, but I live in Salvador with my sister. I don't know. I like to watch movies as a way to learn English, to read some books. I like to be with my dogs on my free time. And that's it.
Okay, thank you. And by the way, the dogs are here with us, guys, every Friday. So, Fernanda, can you introduce yourself, please?
Okay, I'm Fernanda. I am 23 years old. I'm from Rio de Janeiro. I am an industrial chemistry student and an intern in a cosmetic company. And I like watching TV series, and I like reading.
Okay, thank you, Fernanda. Leonardo, can you introduce yourself, please?
Yes, I am. I can. I'm sorry, it's too early to speak in English. Just like, my name is
challenge.
Leonardo my name is Leonardo Marinho. I'm 21 years old. I'm graduating in veterinarian. Um, what more? My hobbies are like play video games, watch some sitcoms, and like ride a motorcycle. Um, I think that's it. It's like the most things that I do in my life.
Okay, nice to meet you, Leonardo. And Tatiana, can you introduce yourself, please?
Yes, my name is Katiana. I am 39 years old, almost 40. I live in Vitória, Espírito Santo, and I am engineer and I work in the oil and gas sector. I work with a new project, the oil and gas sector. I love running. I love swimming and study English because the English is important in my life and my job. And because of this, I focus in English every day.
Yeah, I know, Tatiana. So, guys, about me, I'm Alberlene, but my friends call me Bel, and I'm from Fortaleza, Ceará. Nowadays, I live in Salvador, Bahia. I live here almost 8 years. I work like a traffic controller to Brazilian Air Force. I'm I'm responsible to separate traffic, yeah, avoid collision between them. And I live with my sister, Yasmin, by the way, Yasmin is my sister. Um, I have 3 dogs, and that's it. I like to cook. Sometimes I ride on the bike. And yeah, that's it. I like have a deep conversation and talk about different ideas, and that's why we have that subject today, okay? So the first question, it's how long time do you want to live? Do you want to live forever? Leonardo, for you, just to start to think about that. Do you want to live forever?
I don't think so. Like, 16 is okay to me. Like, I don't want to be really, really old. Just kidding. I want to be taken care of. Like, I want to like, I don't know. But I want to die first than my girlfriend because it's too sad to think about it. Just that.
Okay, thank you. And about you, Fernanda, can you read and answer the first question, please?
How long time you want to live? Do you want to live forever? I want to live as long as I have a good health, because some people, Asian people, they live 100 years or more, and they can do their things, they can work, then get out, and I just want to live as long as I can do my things. If I can, if I just want to see it to be, I don't know, sleeping, I would rather die, I think. So I don't want to live forever. I just want to live as long as I have a good health.
So yeah, me too. Maybe how long as possible, but forever it's a long time, yeah. And I don't know. I'm not. It's not possible. Can see purpose. Do you live forever like me, like Belle? It's not. I think it's not so good. I don't know. And about you, Tatiana, what do you think?
I agree with Fernanda because I think I planning living with health, and because of this I'm running and swimming, and I don't have plans for living forever. But I think the health is the middle of this discussion, because if you have 100 years but you don't have, I think it's not a pleasant. It's a pleasant living without health. And for me, health is it's necessary, but I think it depends of how do you como você vive sua vida, because sometimes I see the people with 20 years and don't have a health because the como é que fala? The lifestyles it's so bad.
Yeah, that's involved the lifestyle of if you depend or not the other persons. Yeah, so it's important. It's a good point to think about that because we live in society, so we need another person to live, and maybe it's not possible to live forever because we are depend about other persons. Yeah. So I totally agree with you. It depends about the lifestyle. And about you, Yasmin, what do you think?
If I want to live forever, God damn it, no. No way, no. I would like to live a good life. I will try to be those fittest grandma, you know, that would probably live longer than another grandma. That's it. But I don't want to live forever unless I have to do something here.
Yeah, I always think about that because when we talk about that, we think about the body. Yeah, so it's not possible because it's not possible to be healthy a long time, like forever. But when you talk about the conscience or about your ideas, your conceptions, maybe it's a little different. It's a good way to, I don't know. It's depend about the different theories about the life. Yeah. So, but I think it's not so good to live forever because we need a short time or determined time to live and building some ideas in our mind about life. And it's I think it's 15, it's enough, maybe 16 years, it's enough. Yeah. So, and the second question, yes, it's a hard question, and I was talk about that with Fernanda in another meeting. But can you read the second question and try to answer for us, please? Can you see the second question?
I'm sorry. Let me see. What purpose of life? Why we are here? Oh my God. Do you, do you like those questions so much? Why? Let me see. What purpose of life? The purpose of life is to live. Why we are here to live? No, I'm kidding. I think we're here to learn something, to be better ones. And the purpose of life is, I said to live, but I think it is to live and have a good life, as I said before, and do the best that we can.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I love that kind of questions. Every day, if as possible, I request for me that question because I think it's very important. And Katiana, can you answer that question? What the purpose of life? Why we are here?
You inspired for the questions, no?
Yeah.
It's
Told
totally,
you.
totally.
Imagine living with her,
I'm
Tatiana.
sorry, guys. It's because I love talk about that. So it's a good subject to try the language, try learn the language. I'm
Yes,
sorry.
it's a very good subject, and I think it's think outside the box. And I think the purpose of life for me it's developer for a good person or good things in the life because I think it's possible for everyone in the world be a better person every day, but depends of your choose, depende das suas escolhas, no? And for me, I think it's this. I choose be a better person every day. Sometimes it's difficult, but I think it's a part of the process, no? And for me, it's this. Be a better person every day, if it's possible.
Yeah, Katiana, I really like to talk about that because I like to listen about the other conception, yeah, to know about share experience because in my opinion, in my conception, the purpose of life is involve personal development, involve grow up, enhance your life or enhance yourself. I think it's so important. So I have the same point of view like you. I think it's the life is to cultivate it or yeah, cultivated new experience, yeah, and at the same time grow up yourself maybe. So Leonardo, what do you say about that? Tell me something. What the purpose of life?
I really hate this kind of questions because
Really? Oh
yeah,
my
because I'm
God.
not a philosopher person. I don't like to talk
Oh,
about this kind of stuff. So it's a little weird, but like I was thinking about it, and I think that the purpose of my life is to try to be happy as possible and try to please as many people as I can. So uh, I think that's it. And we are here just to we are just a cosmic energy around like around more cosmic energy around more cosmic energy between two corps of energy. So like all we do is focus. I'm sorry, focus. Ah, não sei pronunciar essa porra. It's focus on how we live our life and how do we can improve the other lives around us. So just be the better person that you can, the best person that you can, and try to, I don't know, to be good.
Oh, thank you for sharing. I have the same point of view. Yeah, every though you don't like to talk about that, we have the same point of view, and I like that because we are aligned about something. So yeah, thank you for sharing. And I'm sorry because it's very early to talk about that, yeah, in English. So it's a challenge in your life, okay? So, and about you, Fernanda?
As we talked on the conversation, for me, a purpose it's always about doing something for others. So for me, the purpose of life is to impact people's life somehow. Maybe just being a company to someone. This way you impact with a conversation, with an idea. But while we are here, I don't think we figure it out. Some people do when they find a purpose, but I think we have a reason to be here, but I really don't know why, or I am here, but some people, they will discover during life, I guess.
Maybe it's not possible to understand everything or the purpose,
Yeah.
because we are not, we don't have that's a kind of skill to understand everything. But maybe the life is just to, like Leonardo said, just to be happy and to live, like as we said. So, but I believe it's possible to grow up in that way, yeah. So, and the question number 3, Katiana, can you read and answer that question, please?
Yes. Question number 3. Are you afraid about the death? I share this opinion with you because in the last year, my family, descobrimos câncer na família with my father. And in the first time, I'm afraid a lot because the feelings about lost one person who you love a lot, afraid, and it's terrifying. But after one time, I understand the unique thing who I have. I understand. I'm born, and after I born, it's a única coisa que eu sei que dia todos vamos. And in this way, with my father in the hospital with the disease, I understand these things. And now I'm not afraid more because I understand this life, it's a way, é uma passagem. And I understand the importance of how I live in this life. And it's about the choose, about escolhas. And I know now I'm not be afraid more. But in last years, I have a moment and I afraid a lot about death. And now I understand more about this. And eu entendo que é a única certeza que a gente tem na vida.
Yeah, it's true. And sometimes we have a lot of concern about that, but that will happen with us. Yeah. And so, and about you, Fernanda, are you afraid about the death?
I'm not really afraid because I am Christian. So we have a peaceful, how can I say, a peaceful idea of death. So we believe we're going to die and go to heaven. So we respect that. So it's a peaceful idea. But I'm more afraid about not achieving my goals in life than really about dying. So I don't think about how I'm going to die or always, well, what is going to happen when I do. I'm just concerned about how I live my life, not when I'm going to die or something.
Yeah, I get it. Because sometimes you have plans in your life, yeah, and you have a deadlines in your life, but we can't control that, yeah. So it's not just about afraid, it's about we have to be a little concerned or worried about don't possible, it's not possible to comply that, yeah, or conquer something, yeah.
Yeah.
And about you, Leonardo, what do you think about that? Are you afraid about that?
No, I'm not. Like everyone's gonna die one day, so I'm afraid about to not know how I'm gonna die. Like it's gonna be a really brutal death or like just a sleeping death. So that's what I'm afraid of. But the death itself is not a big problem for me. I'm thinking more about like I said, the brutality, the pain that I'm gonna feel, and about like the pain that my parents and my mates gonna feel it about it, because I think like there are some people in this world that loves me. So I hope so actually. But like that's it.
Yeah, it's a good one when you talk about the other persons, like your family, your parents, your girlfriend. Yeah, because the other person will. It's not a good way. So maybe I'm concerned about the other persons, and but about me, it's just a sure about, like Katina said. Yeah. And about you, Yasmin, what do you think?
Uh, no, I'm not afraid of. I'm not afraid of dying, but I wouldn't like to be murdered. I mean, someone causing, my death, like violence or stuff. But I don't know. Um, eh, as Katiana said, we also had some cancer in the family. It was my aunt. She had breast cancer. I think that's the name. But she's okay. It wasn't something like, I mean, it was terrifying at the time, because that was the first person in the family who had CA. But she's okay, and now everybody's like, the woman in the family are focusing in the health, being healthy, doing exams, and you know and as Fernanda said, I'm not afraid to the way we die, but I would like to live, when the times come. I like to have had lived, you know.
Yeah, I get it. How much do you suffer with your sister death?
How long did I suffer
Suffer.
with
How
what?
much if your sister death?
I like to go before my dogs, you know. But I I will wish she say something, she how can I say it? No, it's not blind. You know, she blows some answers in my ears. You know, she goes first. I would like to do that, but I will suffer, you know, a lot.
Okay, thank you for sharing. So the question, let's go for the other question. Okay, so the question is question number 4. And Fernanda, can you start that question, please?
Okay. In your opinion, there is something after the death? Oh, as I said, I am Christian, so we believe so. We believe there's the heaven and this kind of things. So we believe there's a peaceful life and a beautiful life after the death.
Like a paradise?
Yeah,
I believe it's possible.
exactly.
Okay. It's a good one because that's involve our religion, believers. Yeah, it's a good one. So what do you think, Leonardo? Do you, in your opinion, there's something after the death?
You are, as everyone said, you are really inspired or today because like look at the fucking questions. But I'm not very a religious person, but like it's possible to have something. So like we already live, like so it's almost a miracle we are still live today. So so yeah, it's possible to have something before that, like a heaven or this kind of stuff. So yeah, can be possible. Just that because I don't know how to what to believe. I don't think I am older enough to think about this kind of knowledge.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. It's not a sure, but in my opinion, there are something, yeah, after the death. And yeah. And about you, Katiana, do you believe there's something after the death, or when you die, we just die and finish?
I believe I'm a Christian person, and I believe this life it's a way, a passagem. And for me, yes, I think God have a good plans for us after life, and I think it's depend of your choose in this life. And yes, I believe in the paradise, and I think it's everything. Everything depends of your choose or how do you live in or do in your life. Yes, I believe.
Okay, thank you for share with us. And about you, Yasmin, what do you think?
I do believe there's some, let me see the questions. I do believe there's something after death, you know, there's someone waiting for us and we're gonna pay what we have to pay, you know, or we're gonna follow the natural, I don't know what, you know, I mean, you are you gonna pay for something, you know, or you gonna go on, I don't know where, but there's two way, you know, for you after that. I believe in that. And you can even return to another life, you know, for doing something or to learn something or to do whatever you already have to do. And that's it. But who has something to pay are going to pay, you know, doesn't matter how long you're going to have to pay, but you will.
Okay, so when you, after the death, it's the moment to pay something that you choose wrong in your life and or to have a good moments, like Fernanda said, in the paradise, it's something like that for you. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, not talking about heaven or hell. You know, I think one life, it's one life. I mean, it's not enough, so I think we are going and coming back.
Okay, so thank you. And Katiana, do you answer that question? Yeah or not?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay, let's go for the question number 5. And it's a question number 5. It's, do you believe it's possible almost died and come back to live like a second chance? So it's a hard question too, but I'm not believe because I don't know anything that's happened. But there are a lot of videos on YouTube, for example, and experience the almost died and the people come back and share some experience. So, do you know about something that, Fernanda? I think the name is ETM in Portuguese, yeah. So it's experience almost died. So there are some the commentaries or explanation the persons explain about your experience, like, oh, I was in the place, it's dark, and in the same moment, there's a light, for light in your in front of face, and oh, you will come back for the earth, and you have a second chance. It's experience like that. Do you listen that before or not?
I heard some stories about that, and I do believe it happens because sometimes we see in medical surgeries that the heart stops, and after a few minutes, the person comes back. I also heard about the disease that people actually die and then come back. I heard from a teacher that his family had this disease. They are in the funeral of his grandma, and she came back. It was like, oh my God. But it was a disease that everything stops and then you come back. So I do believe that there's a second chance for some people.
Okay, so do you think it's like I don't know to say the word. I forgot the word in Portuguese too, but it's like a delírio. I don't know. Yeah. Do you believe that's it?
I'm not so sure, but I guess.
It's a hard question too because that's happened with us. I don't know something that have kind of experience. So and it's hard to believe that. Yeah. And Katiana, what do you think about that? Do you believe it's possible or not? Do you have any experience or not?
I see I see a documentary. I don't remember a documentary, I think, in English, and explain about this. I think it's possible because in many questions the heart stopped, and after or outro órgão para, and after the people it's recognize who died and then before return. I think it's possible. It's possible. It's a second chance for me.
Yeah, maybe it's a good point because it's a good point in your life because when you have this point of view, like a second chance, the person will take care about yourself more and take care about your parents, your family. Yeah. So yeah, sometimes that can be a second chance or that can be understood from the other person. People like that, like a second chance. Yeah. And do you, Yasmin, what do you think about that? Do you think it's possible? Do you have any experience about that in your in your life?
Yes, I do believe there is this kind of almost death experience. It is based on science. I learned that on college. There is a time. This experience is It's called when your brain had, I will not say the terms correctly, but your brain kind of have decompensation, you know, and it starts to I don't know, give some synapses, and you cannot control it. So you start not feeling pain anymore. You feel like some pieces, you can hurt something around you, you know, and there's some people who say that feels that they're not anymore in their bodies, you know, but those things are really based on science. You know, there's your brain actually runs in another way that it usually runs, you know. And there's some people that say that I met God and he said something. I went to paradise. I saw my other lives, you know. Maybe it is, maybe it's not, because your brain actually, I mean, it's out of control and you don't know what is going on. And then you start receiving flashes, you know, all the time. Some people can have conversations, but we don't know what is true and what is only your mind, you know, at the same time doing a lot of stuff. But it is really based on neuropsychology, and there's some papers talking about it. You know, some people say with emphasize that I met God. You know, I saw Jesus. But we don't know. I'm not saying they're lying. You know, I think they believe, but there's something in the brain going on. You know.
Yeah, thank you for sharing. It's so interesting to know about that because it's like based and scientific, yeah, based scientific knowledge. So it's a good one to know about that. And yeah, it's that's involved a signal, vital signals. Yeah, how can you say it? So it's a good point from like a pharmacist or health occupation like you. Yeah. And you, Leonardo, what do you think about that? It's possible or not? I remember you are a student to veterinary vet.
Yeah,
That's it.
it's actually is very possible.
Yeah.
Because like you can vivens like or leave it this kind of stuff uh because like you think you're actually dead, but like your brain just like turn off just for a little moment because of the lack of oxygen. So the oxygen come back and you're started to breathe again. But like you can have a lot of I don't know how to say sequelas, but like uh, a lot of damage. Um, but like yes, you can like feel it that you experience something different just because you almost die. Yeah, I think like this biological the biology can explain that, but I don't know. It's a little weird. I hope to not like never live something like that. But that's it.
Yeah, me too. I think it's a weird experience. Yeah. So I don't need that kind of experience in my life. But it's good to listen you and Yasmin Fernanda because that's involved. There's a basic, yeah, scientific basis. Yeah. So it's a
Yeah,
good
sure.
listen.
I mean, there's some meds that if you take it, you know, you're going to have visions, you know, that's normal. I'm not meaning it's right, but it's normal. So if you take a med and you see something, you know, say, oh my God, that's a spirit in my room. Maybe it is, maybe it's the medicine, you know, because some people take some meds. I'm not saying it's dipirona, paracetamol, I'm not saying that. It's though a group of medicine, it's specific. And if you take it, some people may have delusions, you know, and it's normal, but can be a coincidence, you know. Maybe that's a spirit in your room, or maybe it's the medicine, the effects that they cause, you know.
It's hard to prove that. It's hard to prove that. I'm not possible, but yeah. So I don't believe it's possible to prove that, like me. And the question number 6, it's a good question because it's the kind of question that I like it. And I will start with Katiana. The question number 6, Katiana, what important thing, the legacy, would you like to leave here?
I think I'm a mother, and for me, my unique job in this world is fazer minha filha uma boa pessoa para o mundo, with good things in your heart and your mind. I think it's meu propósito, because after I have a kid, I understand the importance of family, feelings, and regar a minha plantinha todos os dias, que é minha filha, with love, with good feelings, with good experience, and boas referências, because I don't remember this in English, but I think it's this for me.
Okay, thank you for sharing with us. That's kind of question involve totally another person's, involve love and your family, your parents. And I believe when you are a mother, you have a different kind of love, yeah. So, and by the way, I think your purpose in your life is to teach and love your daughter, yeah, your family. And about you, Fernanda, what do you think? What important thing do you want to leave here? What your legacy? Yeah, maybe that question about the purpose, but what do you want to do here? Like what kind of thing do you want to do? And when you finish that, I can that, and I'm okay. I'm not concerned about the that.
Yeah, I want to live abroad. So this is my biggest dream. So I don't want to die before I realize that. I want to live until that. So I would like my legacy to be some kind of proof or inspiration for people from my reality that you can achieve big things like living in another country. So I would like to have to be this kind of, to leave this kind of legacy.
Yeah, it's the best way to motivate other persons. It's when you change your life. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm here now. It's a hard. It's my reality, but I will start to do something, and I will change my life, and I will to prove it's possible to get your what do you want. Yeah. Just it's just necessary hard work. Yeah. To work in that purpose. And about you, Leonardo, what your legacy in your life? What do you want to do? Your legacy
Yeah.
is just to be happy, or do you want to live abroad? Do you want to run a marathon? Something.
Yeah, actually, like when I think about legacies, something that I'm going to like leave behind. So like actually, I want to be a teacher, like a professor in a college.
Really?
I'm studying to be, yeah. In my my research is it's about like this kind of stuff. So I want to be like my legacy. I want to be I want to be with like my students. So I want them to get the knowledge that I bring that to them, and like to expand and to give to other people. I think that is maybe the best thing that you can you can do as a human, is let just like give knowledge for the another generation, as the other friends of ours said, like her children are her legacy, and her knowledge about her life, and she's passing them all this knowledge is really important to be passed for another generation. So like I think that's it. I think like I want to write a book, or to read a lot of to write a lot of scientific papers, to like actually be a good person and a good scientist. I'm sorry, the pronunciation is a little hard.
No, it's amazing. Do you want to be an expert in your area, in your
Yeah,
subject?
expertise. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's amazing, and I believe that that's so important because that involves a knowledge, and when you have a lot of knowledge, you can um, pass for the other person or to
Yeah, of
teach
course.
other
Yeah.
person. Yeah, and it involve another lives, and you can change the point of view of another person. So
Yeah, it
it's
is.
very important.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing with us. And Yasmin, what do you think about that? What your legacy in your life?
Uh, sure, if I do not get married or have a family, I will be that lady on Simpsons who walks with a lot of cats, around her. Do you know? Do you know? Everybody knows. So that's one of my legacy. I uh, I will try to live to help the pets. Not all of them. I think it's impossible, but I'm gonna try it. Uh, I I would like to be proud of myself in a broad way. I would like uh, to live to live abroad, like Fernanda said. I really like to have this experience. Not saying live forever, but I I would like to have this experience in my life. Yeah. Uh, let me see. Yeah, that's it. I want to be proud of myself in a broad way, talking about all the all the way that is possible. And I would like to have something that make me happy to help the dogs, the cats who lives on the street. I mean, it's kind of, I don't know, cliche or something, like you're not gonna do it, but that's something I would like to do or try. You know, uh, that really will make me happy.
Okay, thank you for sharing. We understood you really love pets and dogs and cats. If you want to be a to have a lot of pets, yeah. So guys, the time is run. I will put here the link for the feedback, the survey. Okay. And thank you for for the conversation. It was amazing. I'm sorry, Leonardo, about the deep conversation, deep questions.
Do not
And
worry.
I know
Do not
it's
worry.
hard.
And don't forget, it's 7 a.m.
Yeah, I know it's hard to think about that at the morning, but I think it's sometimes it's a good way. Yeah, I know it's a challenge when we need to talk about something that it's not common in your life, but yeah, I really appreciated to listen Fernanda, Leonardo, Yasmin, Tatiana, and every meeting it's very interesting to me. It's a really amazing because I can listen to you guys and your experience and your different point of view, and it's a time to share experience. Yeah. So thank you for your attention. I will be here the next Friday. I will choose a different subject. Okay, Leonardo, if you want, if you can, because I realized you like a practical subject, yeah, something like that, and it's a good one too. So thank you for the conversation, guys, and have a nice weekend. Have a nice Friday. Okay, thanks. Bye bye.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.